Welcome to Zombie Thanksgiving Lesson 9. In this lesson, we're going to explore something that all games need, which is sound. Without sound, a game just doesn't feel complete. So let's get to it. So we have a couple of resources in the audio folder. We have a sound for shooting, for the turkey gobbling when it gets chomped, for the zombie actually chomping on the turkey, and then for when we shoot the zombie. So just like images, we have to identify the resource. So it's kind of taking it back to the very beginning again. And if you recall, in order to identify a resource, declare a resource, you need to specify a JSON with two primary keys, which is an ID. And let's just do the gun for right now. So we'll say gun. And we got to specify the source. And this would be audios. Go. So definitely don't go autopilot. It's not in the images folder. It's in the audios folder. And there you go. This should load up our audio. So let's just practice with this one audio to start off with. So let's go down here. Now we have to go to our init. Now that we have our resource, we have to actually declare a variable for it. So we'll say gun equals new sound. And just like the images, but don't go to autopilot, it's not an image. I just started typing it as I was saying it. It's audios.gun. So still gets specified the same way as the images, except that you use the audios key for it. There's no need for the game variable. So let's go to the library just to verify that. So you can see that a sound is very simple. All it does is take the audio. And while we're here, we can kind of identify that the only thing you could do with the sound object is just simply play it, which is where we're at right now that we can try. So we've declared our resources, we created a variable for the sound, and let's have it shoot when we are ready to start the game. So when we ask the player to click the mouse to begin, we could also give them a little gun sound. So we'll say gun.play. Let's go here and let's give it a try. So I always suggest having your developers tool open for the console so you can see if any errors pop up. So let's see. And there you go. Don't worry about that one. That's just because we don't have a little icon, and that's what it's telling you, that fav icon. All right, so we got the gun sound. Let's go load up some more of the resources. So conveniently, I kind of had it already copied and pasted, so I don't have to type it. One thing to note with the folders, the folder names can change if you want. What can change are these two key values. These two key values are used by the preload function. But where you store your images and your audios, that's up to you. If you want to store it in one folder called resources, that's fine. If you want to store it in the root of your website, that's fine, which then avoids any folders. But I personally like to keep it organized, so I keep my images and my audio separate. Okay, so now that we've done that, we've declared our resource. We have to create the variables. I also have it here, kind of save a little bit of time on the video. And as you can see here, I mean, I tend to keep things simple. So whatever ID I use that as the variable name. The computer will not get confused because this variable name is really what you're going to refer to throughout the rest of the program. The ID is simply used for right here. So that's what I'm saying. If you were a little confused with the whole array of JSON and the IDs in the source, kind of muscle through it. Again, this is the last time you'll need to use it when you actually declare your variables. After that, it's just about the variables. Okay, so let's see. We got gobble, chomp, and die. Let's go down to our main program. And maybe we could just kind of scroll down. So zombie collided with the turkey. That's a zombie eating the turkey. So I guess we could play two sounds here. We could do gobble.play. And we can do chomp.play. I guess we could do it in a different order. I don't know if it really matters. It probably happens so quick we won't even notice it. So the zombie chomps on it, the turkey gobbles, and the turkey moves to a different location, it loses its health. Scrolling down, let's see what we have here. Zombie collided with the mouse and mouse click. So this is us shooting the zombie. But if this if statement only works if we've collided with the zombie and we've shot it. So it would make more sense for us to simply play the gun sound when we shoot, regardless of whether we actually hit the zombie or not. So this is actually going to require us to do another if statement, similar to the one we had in the startup screen, which is simply mouse.left click. So mouse.left click, we'll do gun.play. So that way every time we click, we hear a gunshot. But what we will do here is that if we do successfully hit the zombie, then we're going to do, what do we call that variable? Die? I think it was called die. Let's just verify. Yeah, die. So the zombie dies a little bit. Its health decreases, and we kind of go on. And I think that's pretty much it. I mean, obviously, we could have found more sound files to kind of decorate it. So maybe there's a sound for when the game is over, and maybe we could have a different sound for if you lose, if you win. But you get the idea. So let's actually test the game out. So let's refresh it. We don't need to see that. So you can hear there. So let's let it see if it. Okay. So again, like I said, it happens so quick. You could kind of hear the chomp and the. Okay. And there you go. That is Zombie Thanksgiving. So let's go back to our presentation. And in this 9-part series that had you go from declaring resources to, adding sound in the very end, you created a full game. So I would definitely challenge you. There's a lot of cool things. You can simply remix this game by, changing the graphics around, doing some different things when you collide with things. But again, get creative. The more you play, the better you'll get. Enjoy.